rise, as you are able, for the reading of the Gospel, which comes from the book of John, chapter 15, verses 1 through 8. In it, Jesus tells the parable of the true vine. I am the true vine, and God, my holy parent, is the vine dresser. Every branch of mine that bears no fruit, God takes away. And every branch that does bear fruit, God prunes, that it may bear more fruit. You are already made clean by the word which I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. All who abide in me and I in them, they are the ones who bear much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. Anyone who does not abide in me is cast forth as a branch and withers. And the branches are gathered, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you will, and it shall be done for you. By this God is glorified, that you bear much fruit, and so prove to be my disciples. May God add understanding to the reading of this gospel.
Amen. Glory be to the Maker, and to the Christ, and to the Holy Ghost, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen. Amen. Please be seated. If the president can take his mask off to speak, who am I to argue? God, again I offer myself as an instrument for your use. May the words I have today be the words that we all need to hear, to know that we are not only the branch, we are the bearer of your truth for your people and your creation. Amen. Part of the sermon this morning is actually going to sound like a prayer. It's a story that I found this week as I was preparing for this sermon. Oh God, in the beginning you created heaven and earth, and one day, as you walked upon the land, you came upon a very fertile hill, and you imagined there a vineyard, purple with grapes. So with your own hands you dug it, cleared it of its stones, and planted it with choice vines. Long you tended to it, and looked for it to yield its fruit. But it yielded only wild grapes. No more could have been done for your vineyard. Your pleasant planting turned bitter and rebelled against you. You looked with justice, but behold, we bore bloodshed. You looked for righteousness, but we produced cry. You could have become angry. You could have removed the hedge that protected the yard, that would not be devoured by beasts. You could have broken down its wall, that we be trampled. You could have laid it waste and let the briars and thorns grow. You could have demanded the clouds to withhold their rains so that nothing would grow. But even as you are our creator and sustainer, O God, you are our Redeemer. And you planted again in our midst. You set out at the center of the vineyard a true vine, and the vine has grown. It cannot and will not be destroyed. It cannot bear bad fruit. Its good fruit hangs heavy on the branches, bearing witness to your care. Christ is the vine. Lord, make us your branches. Whatever you ask us to be, we shall be. Whatever you ask us to do, shall be done. This reminds me of a post that Rev Roy shared this week on Facebook. I am me. I am whom I'm meant to be. I am my past, my present, and who I want to be. I'm not anyone. I'm all three. I'm a work in progress, a destiny. I'm who I choose to be. I am me. For me, this is connected to the way we react. The way we react and cultivate to the vineyard in which we are fertile. If we are not our own unique self, then what have we to offer to this process of being the good branches, with our fruits hanging low for the picking? No matter what life has for us, we know that we are part of that beautiful vineyard that Jesus dreamed of. Ask yourself this day, what kind of branch are you? Are you the branch strong and sturdy to allow others to find rest and refuge? Are you the branch that is along the desert road that will allow for a calm respite for the heat of the day? Sometimes we are called to be the branch that will just be there waiting for the person who may need to see the beauty and simplicity of life. God never destroyed that vineyard, if you think about it. God continued to replant the vineyard as needed. Our challenge is to be doing the exact thing that God has done. When it feels that our vineyard is no longer productive, we must not just abandon the thought of that beautiful vineyard. Perhaps it is time to readjust our plans and keep cultivating the fertile lands that we are custodians of. Things may come along that makes us feel like it's too hard or just not worth the continued effort. Keep in mind that the beginning of this vineyard was God, and the ending of this vineyard is God's choice. Our only responsibility in this whole process is what we are doing in the meantime. What steps are you taking in your life to strengthen the vineyard that you're walking? You are who you are, and not someone else. We must take care of this fertile land that represents us on our journey, so that others can find a strong, stable, and fertile ground to grow their life and be who they are called to be. Saw a posting this week, and I can't remember who it was from. The vine may be growing, and it may be crushed. But a seed has already fallen and starts anew. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to be the custodian of this fertile, great, beautiful land that we have? And I'm not talking about planting trees or bushes, although those things are good. The fertile land of being the true branches. As I was preparing the sermon, I was sitting outside one day this week, and little birds came and were picking up dead scraps of grass, flying off, and I thought, wow, how many times do they do that? Rebuild a nest. Year after year, storm after storm. When things seem hopeless, they find the strength in their little wings to fly down, pick up what others have thrown away, and that becomes their new home. And that is what Spirit of Peace is called to be, the new home. And that's what you are called to be. The new home for those who are searching for truth, justice, and equality. God grant us the awakening we need to know that even in our weakness, we are the strong branches, offering a great future for the ones that will come after us. Let us know without a doubt that we are the land of the beautiful purple grapevines that Jesus once tended to. There was a woman who Roy and I knew who used to preach a sermon. I think everybody here probably has heard it, called Purple Grass, where the sheep knew that that was the grass they needed. And the rest of the sheep said, no, no, no. Be like us. Don't eat that purple stuff. Don't eat it. Grow it. Grow that purple stuff so that people come to us and find that they too are fertile ground